So this week we are going to be going through part of Chapter 6. We're going to learn about arrays, and we're going to keep the second part of Chapter 6 for next week. And I like to split the arrays and the C# collections apart because they are very different. And a lot of students struggle with the whole concept of an array, but all an array is, it's just a table. And we're going to be working with one-dimensional tables, and they are used to store data, multiple pieces of data that's the same data type. So you guys are going to be learning how to work with that. So also this week, I've kind of extended the due date of the midterm. So the midterm is not due until the end of this week. So first thing you're going to want to do is finish off that midterm. And then there is a discussion forum that you need to participate in that where you're going to be sharing the adventure game that you created last week. And so we'll talk about the requirements for that in a few minutes. Then we've got the Chapter 6 arrays that we'll be learning about, which is actually pretty short. And then there is the lab assignment, and the lab assignment is focusing on arrays. Okay, so if you go back up to lesson 5, you will notice that the midterm due date is not until the 13th. And remember, you can take that 3 times and it will take your highest score. As far as the discussion goes, we are doing the discussion to meet one of our learning outcomes for the course, which is students will demonstrate interpersonal communication skills while relating design decisions. So to accomplish this, you need to create a little video of your game. So you're going to run your game and you're going to explain what the goal of the game is and how you determine whether the player wins or not. And so this does actually need to be a recording. Your voice needs to be in there, can't be a silent video. And I did throw an example up at YouTube for you guys to take a look at. But you should also, explain kind of how you designed the game. What are the 3 artifacts that they need to maintain in order to win. So you can watch that video. I also have it down here in this first example, so you can watch it in here as well. So that is step 1, create that video. And you can use any video recording software that you want. You can actually go to Zoom's site. You don't need an account. You can literally host a meeting without an account. And so I've got some directions here for that. If you're really uncomfortable doing your own video, come to the live stream class on October 13th, because we are going to be doing the demos in class at the beginning of class, and I will record the demo for you. Once class is done, I will end Zoom, and Zoom will kind of spin off individual recordings, which I will then add to your post. So for the students who come to the live stream, you will have to click reply, and you'll need to add an attachment, which will be your game. Okay, so you'll have to actually upload, sorry, you'll have to come down here and do an attachment, which is going to be your game file. But you won't have to worry about putting the video in here because I will do that, because I can edit your posting. Then once you are done posting the video and you have done step 2, add your game code as an attachment. Okay. Then you are going to look at your classmates' posts and reply to two of them. Okay. And then you've got an extra week to do that reply. So everybody's initial post with the video and the game itself, that needs to be done by in a week. And then you've got that extra week to do the responses. Okay. And here is an example of a video that I created last fall. And so you can watch it here. And then here is the code. I basically copied and pasted it into a notepad, saved it as a text file. Okay, and that should, you can download that and that's cross-platform. You can just open it and view it. Okay, once you finish the discussion and you have finished the midterm, then you are going to move forward and do the reading assignment. And as I said earlier, the only part of this you need to read are basically pages 33 through 36, because that is the part that deals with arrays. Make sure you look at the examples. I do have a video here that goes through that. And then you will do the assignment. We do not have an understanding check in lesson 6 because there is another part of this chapter that we haven't covered yet. Okay, so you'll do the reading assignment, those pages that deal with arrays, and then you'll do the first part of the lab assignment. Okay, and that first part of the lab assignment is the first two exercises, exercise 1 and 2 in this lab assignment. And you'll notice there is a video link that explains those two exercises. Okay, you might think, oh my gosh, that's a long video. Well, if it's a long video, that means that I am kind of helping you out when I go through the exercise. So you may want to take a look at the video because it will definitely help you solve, any kind of programming issues that you may have completing the assignment. Okay, so, and remember, the focus of those first two exercises is on arrays. Okay, so that is what we are working on this week. All of the pages that are linked into the readings in the chapter for this week, I have included here, including the example, I think from exercise 1. I've also included some additional sources for you on arrays if you want to learn more about them. Okay. If you run into any problems, you're having trouble understanding arrays, please let me know, come into live stream or set up a separate meeting because I would be happy to go through this with you.